Hello everybody, welcome back to another reading. Today we're taking a look at the case of Joe Clyde Daniels, aged 5, who went missing from his home in Dickson County, Tennessee in April of 2018. Now, it's pretty certain that their parents were responsible for that. However, we're not sure where the body is and what exactly happened because there's different stories, and even from the point of disposing of the body, there's different stories. Multiple searches have been done with the father in tow, and still there's no body. So today we want to take a look at the whole case, see what happened, and maybe we can get some hints as to where Baby Joe is, as they call him. So today we're going to take a look at what the tarot has for us to talk about in that particular topic. We're going to start off with the tattoo art deck, which is this one. And for any further questions, we're moving on to the Smith-Waite deck, which is this one. It looks not like Rider-Waite, but slightly different color settings. And yes, so we're just going to get started as per usual. I'm an intuitive reader, and whatever I see in the cards, I will let you know. If you see something else in the cards, let me know that in the comment section below so we can have a bit more of an exchange. I'm just going to see what I get. So I'm going to start shuffling. I'll be back when I have enough for us to take a look at. So let's go. Okie dokie, we got quite a lot of cards here right now. Let me just correct this little lineup over here. There. Alright, so let's see what we got so far. We got the Nine of Swords over here, Anxiety, and the Lovers right next to each other, and the Knave of Cups. These two strike me as the parents. And the Nine of Swords is like a worry type of thing. They may have had a lot of anxiety. I do believe that they didn't live in the best of situations. Obviously, since they had some issues already, that may have led to some problems in and of themselves. And regardless, we do see these two together. So it's kind of like saying, even though we have so much problems, we're going to stick together no matter what. Like there's more loyalty towards each other than towards anybody else. And I do believe that is close family included, as well as the kids. We see here Knave of Cups coming up. Now, Knave is like a page, and a page is always like a bit of a surprise, hasty action type of thing. And next to that, we have the Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles as well. It's like an emotional or physical, financial bankruptcy type of thing. I feel like he had a bad moment or a bad idea. Knaves are kind of masculine. They can be either way. Usually they're kind of in the middle, as you see the person on the card. Maybe male, maybe female. So it's not like it's pointing towards a particular person, but it's more like somebody has that sudden outburst energy, because the cups are, of course, an emotional thing. So I think this might be either of the parents. Either way, they had a sudden outburst, and the Five of Coins in this case kind of points towards that as well. And I do feel it is the male, because we see the Emperor over there. But real quick about this outburst, this may have been the moment where they had a moment of I guess aggression. Something happened, something I believe one of the stories about the whole thing is that little Joe was caught peeing on the floor sometime in the middle of the night, and that really sent the father over the edge. That may have been a thing, but it's kind of like that type of situation. Like something happens and there's a flash in a pan, and they act out really violently, like disproportionately towards what is actually happening, the actual issue. That looks like what this is. And like I said, it's probably him, because we have the Emperor here with the Knave of Swords, which is also a page in reverse. So there's a lot of harsh words. Somebody who should have been a protector, a guardian, is suddenly lashing out, because that is what this card is all about, the Knave of Swords in reverse. I feel that that is at the very least a tongue lashing, and perhaps more, because on the other row we have Justice reversed and Temperance reversed. So with this already explosive buildup, I feel that this is quite clearly unjust actions and losing a temper all at once. So regardless of what exactly happened, it does seem to point towards disproportionate reaction to something probably minor, and things have happened in that house before that were super over the top. So I think that that is how Joey met his end. That is one of the stories, like I said, that there was an overreaction. And we have the moon next to this, which is about hiding stuff. So they have definitely decided to hide it. And we have here the Knight of Cups. So that is somebody who is very much focused on their own emotions, in this case in a negative manner. Could be male, female, don't know. But over here we have the Devil in reverse. Can't see it because it's not up there. There we go, Devil in reverse. I feel like, because sometimes I read the reverse cards as an internal thing, I feel like this points towards their mental issues, the Devil in reverse, and this Knight of Cups over here in reverse with the moon. Seems to me like because they have mental issues, mental problems, they decided to focus on themselves, hide everything, and just focus, yeah, basically stick their own addictions, mental issues, kind of bonds them and has them making a pact. That's the word I'm looking for. A pact that neither of them is actually going to reveal what actually happened because the moon is here. Then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is definitely the struggle. Could be an internal struggle. I don't feel like there's a lot of emotional internal struggle. There are some hearts here in this card, but the card is reversed. So perhaps they didn't even find it all that difficult. Like down here where they have the Nine of Swords with the Lovers over here, it's the same type of thing. Like, okay, yeah, this is just another part for the chords. We do this all the time type of thing. It's just a little bigger than usual. Because right next to that, that's why I said I don't think it's a huge deal for them. We have the Nine of Cups upright. So apparently at least one of them feels just fine. That seems to be the energy here, even though the star over here is reversed. So even though they might be feeling okay with it, or they don't seem to have much of an issue with it, other people definitely are coming for them because the star is in reverse. So regardless of how they feel about it themselves, people are not happy. Well, obviously not, because whenever a child dies, that's always a very tragic thing. I did ask, like on the end, I didn't see much in the cards yet about where he might be. Star came up in reverse, and of course the star is next to a pond. There are a couple of stories that they have told, they being the parents, about ponds, that they may have put the child in a pond. Not really sure which pond, obviously, but there's always something to do about ponds and water in that, the stories that they tell. And while most of them, the things that they may have said were probably misleading, which is also a thing with the moon, I think there is always a bit of truth in that. So some water is coming up. Let's see about that. Can we get any more information? You're getting a lot of cards here. Let's take a look. All of this, all of that. Star has been pushed off to the side. These guys came out first, so I'm going to go grab them. First, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Chariot. So I don't feel like they went far. Ace of Cups in reversed and the Chariot in reversed kind of strikes me as almost being in like a panic mode and not really sure what to think or what to feel. Perhaps not thinking or feeling anything at all and just rushing to get things done, because the Chariot usually is a lot of movement. I feel in this case kind of like, I don't know, stunted movement maybe. We do have here the Ten of Pentacles, which is usually like an inheritance type thing, but I feel like this is more of we need to focus on what's still here, because you see like there's a whole busy family here, a couple of dogs and a little kid over there as well, and it's almost like they focused on what they had left instead. That was the idea, perhaps, like, okay, well, we just lost one, quickly try to sort things out. Meanwhile, we got other things to worry about. That's kind of what's coming across. The sun left, so I do feel like they felt like some joy left their life when Joe left their life as well. So there might be some regrets. Ace of Wands in reverse as well. The Emperor is back, also in reverse this time. It was upright last time, but now it's in reverse. But still, the Ace of Wands is also here. That is initiatives that are not great, or at least stopped, perhaps. Almost like a plans of the future being halted, that type of deal. The Emperor's back, like I said. This is his idea. He went and did not protect his kids. As a matter of fact, the Emperor reversed, it seems to be pointing towards him having been anything but the caring, charming individual that he should have been as a parent. And then we have here the King of Wands in reverse. So that is taking actions that may not have been planned out too well, but being kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Forceful. Like forcefully carrying out actions, enforcing his will, that type of thing, because it is a reversed king, and kings tend to be very forceful and at least very domineering, perhaps. And we have the Three of Pentacles here saying that people work together in order to accomplish this, and it may have been more than just the parents. There might be other people implicated here, because there were more people living at that house. Perhaps they had some knowledge as well, and it almost seems like because they lived there with several people, it wasn't just their own little family. There were like other relatives there. Maybe they already knew that things weren't going great in the family, and it's kind of like a cooperation almost. In that sense, I'm not saying that they wanted stuff to happen, but it's more like, you know, when a family is not healthy, you can just tell that it's not going great. We have these cards over here. Four of them. Okay. And Page of Wands is here again with the unthought through actions. The pages are the adolescent energy. I think I said it earlier as well. In this case, it's adolescent or head over heels actions. So people may have just acted really quickly. Like the King of Wands is already in the business of quickly asserting his dominance and getting stuff done, whichever he feels is the best. And then we have the Three of Pentacles right next to that, followed by the Page of Wands. So there might have been other people just kind of like almost in a panic mode, just helping out real quick because they feel like they need to avoid more trouble. But there was struggle afterwards, Five of Wands. So there's definitely some trouble there within the ranks. And the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like reaping what you sow. So they're just kind of waiting around, I guess, waiting to see what happens next. And they might actually see stuff coming down the line. There might be some ideas that as long as they can keep this show going, that they can just wait for the harvest to ripen. But I feel like they also kind of see, like there's one on the ground there, that it's not all going to be great profits. In case somebody is related to this whole thing who is currently not locked up, I mean, that type of thing. Oh, here, this is one of those cards that is extra to this deck that doesn't have a name. And we see people gossiping, I believe, because the original of this card, the drawing is a bit cut off. But there's like this yellow thing back here that is actually somebody coming around a bush somewhere to see these two people talking. So I feel like this is pointing towards somebody overhearing something or knowing something that these two wanted to keep to themselves, because they are in like a secluded part of the garden in this image, and I feel like they're trying to hide something. In this case, perhaps trying to hide where baby Joe might be or where they last saw him, and feeling like they are just talking among themselves, and then somebody else actually overhears them in some way or catches an email. I feel like something just came up, like they may have caught a communication between these two or other people. They might end up spilling the beans unknowns to themselves. So that might be what that card is pointing towards. That might lead to the location of baby Joe's remains, because they're still looking for that. Can you see anything else? Whoop. We can, they say. We've got 3 cards here. And the first one being the Hermit. So somebody's going to come out. Somebody who is currently still hiding or perhaps meditating on the whole thing. Not literally, perhaps just kind of like ruminating, perhaps thinking about it, trying to figure out what to do next. I feel somebody's going to come out of their hiding, of their shell, and perhaps hold a candle to some things that have been hidden so far. We have the Five of Swords, so they're battling somebody or maybe emotions. Perhaps eventually they're going to end up swaying people with verbal jousting, because it is like a swords is like a communication deck, or suit, sorry. And they tend to be about thoughts and expressing words, talking to people, arguing, that type of thing. So they might be arguing with themselves, perhaps. I feel like this person is arguing with themselves, and perhaps also a few other people who might be telling them currently to stay quiet. Oh, we got our focus is gone. Is that right? Hello? Yep, I think we're back. Yes, so I think they may currently be arguing with some people because they might not all want to have this thing revealed. And eventually they're going to win them over, or win over them rather than win them over. But currently we have a looking at different options as well. Like they might have a few emotions that they need to conquer. It might be somebody who is closely related to the family, who's like, if I do this, what will happen to me? What will they do? What will they think? What will other people think? That type of thing. Because the cups, normally this card is like, oh, if wishes were horses, the poor would ride, or if I could do all these things, that'd be great. And focusing on all these different things that you'd like to do instead of focusing on the one. I think this is more of a, what are my options, and what emotions are attached to that, because the cups, of course, are an emotions suit. So I feel somebody is going to come out with some information that they're going to overhear, and it feels almost like they are going to hear it, they're going to sit on it, argue with people, then try to make up their mind. And are they actually going to come out with it? Last shuffle. Oop. Whoops, there we go. First of all, Eight of Cups, they're going to walk away. And I feel like they're going to walk away from this story. And if you notice, they are near water over here. See that? I feel like this is somebody who figures out where they might be and then decides after all, like, okay, I'm not going to stay here and be comfortable and quiet. I'm actually going to go out and try to find Baby Joe. That's almost what it looks like, walking away from the people that were trying to stop them from talking. Like after this verbal jousting over here, they retreat for a while once again, because it is somebody who is a bit of a loner in the sense, because we did get the Hermit over here. They might not be one to step out too quickly or go against their family, because we do also have a Queen of Cups here in reverse. Queens of Cups tend to be very emotional. They also want to take care of people. They want to keep the harmony and stuff like that. And in this case, I feel the Queen of Cups is like, okay, I can't do that anymore because I can't stay here in this situation. I need to do something. I feel like they're going to go out and try to do that. And then they get a King of Swords against them. So that might be somebody within the family who is going to start speaking out against them. I feel like this might be like a slander type of thing. So as soon as somebody turns on them, we'll see slander and we'll see a lot of infighting, I feel. And we end up back at the Emperor over here with our little lineup down here. So I feel like somebody is going to overhear something. They're going to think about it, struggle with it for a while, go out there, try to do something, do the right thing, and then they're going to have, they're going to catch some flack over there. But I do feel that they're going to be instrumental in finding Joe's remains. Don't know exactly when this will happen. Hopefully by the end of this year. So that's what I'm seeing for now. Hope you found that interesting. Hope that helped. In any case, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye for now.